on your Friday's Loose Women live. It's Denise Welch, Dynevor, Natalie Cassidy and Nadia Sawalha.
Welcome to your Friday Loosed Women, but do not adjust your sets. I haven't sat in the wrong seat. I am taking the lead for today, so buckle up. And we're all in a bit of a lather this lunchtime, or lather as some people say, because we've got all the soap girls together today. And expect all the usual topics of the day with added soapy goodness. So, coming up, Nat's character Sonia gave birth twice without medical help, but are so-called wild pregnancies selfish? Our Nadia doesn't think so. We're talking about last night's Big Brother asking, is it rude to ask someone if they're wearing a wig? And relationships at work, are they ever worth the risk? Find out how Sally met her real-life husband in the Rovers. So we are representing all 4 of the soaps on today's show, and to prove it, have a Pat Butcher's at this. Trust me, lady.
Oh, yeah. Hey, don't you walk away from me. Don't you touch me. You know nothing about life, because you won't let me find out.
Where do you want me to start, eh?
I'm dying. You're not dying, sweetheart. You're having a baby.
There isn't any more. What you see is what you get.
A long time, haven't we?
You've been in all of them.
Yeah, I have the chi I've got. And Natalie, you have just filmed your final scenes, haven't
Yes,
you,
I
at
have.
EastEnders?
Yeah.
How final is it, and how did you feel?
I felt excited. It's final for now. People keep saying, oh, you know, are you thinking about going back? I said, I've just left.
So annoying.
You know, give
Yeah.
us a chance. So, no, I've left. I left about 6 to 8 weeks ago. I think it's my final stuff this week on screen.
Because you were in it from 10 to 22.
That's
age
it.
10 to 22.
Yeah.
Then you left.
Yes, I had 8 years off, and then I've been back for nearly 12 years. It must be something about 12 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at, I mean, so you really feel it's time now, you've had enough, you're looking forward to new adventures.
Oh,
Absolutely.
look at...
And also...
See, that's when I remember...
Yeah,
we
we were there then, weren't we?
Yeah.
But also, I think it's about, you know, looking... I've turned 40, I'm 42 this year, and I just think you've got to be brave sometimes.
You have got to
haven't
be
you?
brave and push yourself out your comfort zone.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anyway, it's time to talk about last night's Celebrity Big Brother that Natalie and I did a few years ago, you may remember. And Natalie's close pal, Patsy Palmer, asked the former MP, Michael Fabricant, a bit of a controversial question.
Michael, is there a reason that you wear a wig?
No. I just always have had long blonde hair, so I just feel comfortable. I really have found it very hard, but I'm going to nominate Patsy. She asked me something about why do I wear a wig? And, you know, I'm not saying it is a wig, actually. But what I am saying is I found it slightly awkward being asked about it. I just don't like my hair being raised, you know. People have sensitivities, and that's my sensitivity. Look, we're all human.
Somehow I can't imagine it's the first time he's been asked that question. But, Natalie, she's one of your best buddies.
Yep.
Was Patsy right to ask him that question?
I know Patsy so well with all my heart, and she's just very open and very honest. I think there was no malice in it at all, and she just came out and asked the question that everyone wants to ask.
It's a bit... I love that. It's a bit like that childlike thing when you just say what you see. And like, she probably hasn't got a clue, because, like, she hasn't lived here for ages.
She's lived out the country. I mean, I think a lot of people aren't that, you know, know Michael Fabricant that well, but what he does wear on his head is quite well known in this country. Would you have asked it, Sal?
Well, I think maybe it might have been better just to get him to one side and say, oh, why are you wearing a... instead of telling everybody.
Yeah.
Because sometimes...
Trouble is, you can't hide from the microphones. They would have heard it anyway, wouldn't they?
No, that's true. But I just think it's, you know, it's a very... well, it's not a difficult decision, but I know that when, you know, I had the cancer treatment and then I came back to Corrie and I was asked to wear a wig, it's quite a difficult thing, you know, and when I was going through the chemo, it's like, do you want a wig? And I just didn't, because everyone would go, she's wearing a wig.
Yeah.
Oh, so people thinking that and not
I
saying
mean, that was
it.
your on-screen wig, because obviously Sally, the character, hadn't been through what you had, so you had to wig. But that does look quite natural. I think the thing with Michael Fabricant's
Sally
wig
had
is...
cancer. Your character had cancer at the
had
same
cancer,
time as you.
But
Yeah,
she wasn't at the
didn't
same
go
stage
through
of
the-
treatment
Right.
as Sal was. But I
yeah.
think with Michael Fabricant, with the greatest of respect, if you don't want people to know you're wearing a wig, get a better one.
I'm with you.
Yes.
And on that note,